All right, so we have 3 piles for you guys to choose from. Okay, so I'm gonna show you, or 3 decks rather, 3 decks, which would be your piles for you guys to choose from. So greetings, everybody. Good day, happy Wednesday, Mercury day, hump day, whatever Wednesday means to you. Yeah. So we're going to do a reading, and we're going to tap into the divine universal source energy just to tap in and see what might you not be seeing that the divine actually wants you to see. Okay. What do you need to see that you're not seeing that the divine actually wants you to see? Okay. All right. I'm trying to fix this table, y'all know, like every time gives me the biggest pain trying to get this table together. I'm live streaming. I'm probably the only person on live right now. It's okay. So we're going to pick our piles. So I'm going to have you guys choose between pile 1. Okay. Pile 1 is going to be the Sacred 𝗛ci𝘂𝗿𝗆, which is this deck right here. And then pile 2 is going to be the Earth Woman's Tarot, this deck right here. And then pile 3 is going to be the 𝗥𝗲𝗱𝗶𝗴𝗀 African Tarot. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. All right, so that's pile 3. Okay. So I'll give you guys a moment. If you guys are watching this live stream, probably take a little bit more time. And then for those of you that are watching after the live, you guys can just go ahead and click your pile if you guys have already chosen the pile that you need to choose. Okay. Right. So again, pile 1, your option is the Sacred 𝗛ci𝘂𝗿𝗆. Pile 2, yours is the Earth Woman Tarot. And pile 3, yours is the African Tarot. Okay. All right. All right, pile 1. If you guys are drawn to the the Sacred 𝗛ci𝘂𝗿𝗆, this is your reading. And we are asking the divine universal sources, what is it that you need to see that you're not seeing? Okay. Some of you guys do need to work with Mama Gaia or some type of divine mother energy or feminine energy. I'm seeing a need for nurturing at this time. For some of you, this could be due to the fact we're in Cancer season at the moment. So, you know, Cancer energy does deal with the home, the heart. Usually it's mother energy. Okay. So could be this energy of nurturing yourself, mothering yourself, regardless of your gender. Okay. You have be here and now. Some of you guys might have African ancestry and something maybe with Greek or yeah, see, Mother Nature came out. Yeah. You guys need to work with Mama Gaia. Okay. You guys are not present for some reason. I feel like you guys are either stuck in the past. Some of you guys are healing through some sort of like generational energy. Could be if you guys are multiracial, cultural. There could be something with both sides that you're healing. Okay. Let's see, what is it that pile one needs to see that the universe wants them to see? What is it that divine universal sources see for pile number one that they don't see at this time? Pile one. Arrogance and imagination. Okay. Adaptability at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so hopefully you guys see these cards. I'm going to probably flip them over so I can look at them a little bit deeper. So you have the Two of Pentacles, be here now. Mother Nature, which is the Empress in this deck. Five of Arrogance, which is the Five of Swords. Two of Imagination is the Two of Cups. So right now, I feel like there's a lot of energy that you don't see. So I'm going to have to pace myself with this one so I can really tap in. If you have a dog, something, it could be like your own dog, or if dogs are drawn to you at this time, the dog's name, I don't know, like obviously if you have a dog, you named your dog for a specific reason, but there could be some meaning behind a stranger's dog that comes up to you if you feel led, like, what's your dog's name? Like, it could be something connected to your ancestry. Some of you guys may, I don't know, this is so weird. Some of you guys might be like searching out family or searching out your ancestors or your backgrounds. And this dog, like maybe where their root name comes from, it could, let's say like it's a German name or something, or I feel like there's meaning, or it's leading you to something that you need to explore or go into depth about. Okay, like this is a confirmation of that. Companions. So if it's not a literal dog, it's some sort of companion energy. Could be a friend's dog or family member's dog, or it's something with that. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, definitely need to work with some Mama Gaia energy, ground your energy, nurture your energy. You might have a lot going on around you. I feel like some of you guys have questions about maybe the nature of love and relationships or something around love and relationships, and you guys are receiving the answer. It's just maybe you don't see it. Some of you don't see the answers that you need to see. Okay, I feel like one of the messages for you at this time is to slow down and continue to put forth the work, lay down a foundation. You don't want to rush something before it's time. You want to make sure that you're in the right energy to receive it. Otherwise, you're going to be playing catch up. It's better to be in the right energy. So if there's something that you want to manifest, or something that you've been waiting to come to pass and it hasn't yet, or you feel like, is it ever going to, or why can't I just have it right now? Why can't things be like this and that right now? There's a reason. Like spirit feels like you need to be present right here and right now. You're not as ready or in the energy that would be best suitable for what you're asking for. So it's like you would be, with the arrogance card, it would be kind of like faking it till you make it. And spirit doesn't want you to come from that perspective. It's like this woman has all of the jewels and, expensive jewelry, or maybe it's not expensive, but it's like some type of pretentious energy. And I feel like spirit's saying, why do you want what you want right now? Is it coming from, you have to be honest with yourself, right? Is it coming from a place of, I want it because it's going to feed something ego wise, like it serves a certain image, it makes me look a certain way, it makes me feel a certain way, that's kind of egotistical, right? Or kind of like the showy energy. Spirit is like, there's something with that Spirit wants you to check. And if that's not your situation, then it's not. But if you know deep down in your heart, because this is the thing, like when I do readings, because not everybody's privy to how I read, I don't sugarcoat things. And I'm not going to read it in a way that makes you, like, if it's something that you earnestly and honestly need to know and to see, I'm not going to mince what I'm getting. If someone gets triggered by it, if you're triggered by it, then that means that it's hitting something that you need to tap into, you need to pay attention to, right? So this is more about reflecting within self, taking the information and the guidance and applying it where it's helpful to you, rather than discarding it if it feels uncomfortable or something you don't want to hear, or it doesn't fit into the commercial mold of tarot readings and stuff like that. Like, we're not doing that here. So honest honesty with self, if it's really something that you want, but it's coming from a place of, if I had it, it would make me feel like this, or other people will look at me a certain way, maybe even get jealous of me and all, like it's coming from a place that's not healthy. I feel like Spirit's clearly saying that this is why it's not happening yet. You're not in the right space. There's something that needs to be nurtured here. I feel like maybe you guys want to prove something to a mother figure, maybe that you can have, or you can do something. It's like or I have to prove myself to people. And I feel like Spirit is saying that that is a reflection or manifestation of some sort of need to, like, if you really look at this from a deep perspective, like go deep within yourself and go to the root of where this energy comes from, where this validation comes from, or the need for validation. You may have not gotten it from your mother. There's something with mother energy here, you know. Um so I feel like with this energy, if that's the case, for some of you, there's a root to why you feel the need to seek approval, or to kind of keep up with the Joneses, or if I just had this, or if I just had that, then, everybody would envy me, or I would prove to them, like, ha, see, I can do it. See, ha. It's like that type of energy. It's a root, because you guys may have had a parent or mother figure, if not your own mother, that was very arrogant, um, that put a lot of pressure on you, or put a lot of pressures on others to kind of live up to an expectation that they wanted, that was very superficially planted, um, superficially projected onto other people. And so growing up, I feel like this need to prove of yourself that you can be that, or if a parent told you that you wouldn't be something, or that you couldn't do something, whether it was an ill will or just simply their own ignorance and their own lack mentality, taking that in, moving forward, it's like when you want something, it comes from a place of having to prove of yourself. So there's that hint of why I was picking up earlier, why you need to work with the mother goddess energy within yourself, and to nurture yourself, and to feel and give yourself that compassion. Some of you guys, you are dealing with mother wounds, and a lot of us do. It's not something that is rare to an occasion to some people. A lot of people have mother wounds. Just because of the whole feminine, the female energy in essence has gone through a lot of trauma for so long, like decades, centuries of women oppression, and some cultures hold the women and the mothers of their culture in high regards and in high positions. In some cultures, there was an oppression, and even to the oppression of those that reverence divine feminine energy, or the mothers, or the women as the life givers, somewhere over time. So if you look at the modern woman, there's a lot of wounding there. So a lot of us are going to go through some sort of mother trauma, just a little bit, maybe, if a lot, if not a lot, we will go through some of that. So I do get that here, and it's manifesting into your goals in some way, or why you approach certain goals, or why maybe you can't be present. And it's something about divine order and timing that maybe you don't understand. It's like there's a season for everything. So when you're preparing, because this energy is so fruitful, and it has all this beautiful, bountiful energy. The reason why, the seasons, they all are naturally divinely ordered and orchestrated in a way where certain seasons, it requires certain works and efforts, right? So let's say winter season, well, let's say fall. Fall is usually that season where you can reap harvests, but it's also a time where you plant your seeds. Um, where you get your crops together. Winter season is more of that cold, like kind of the pause season, but it's the water that fertilizes once everything melts, once that winter energy, that cold energy, it melts, right? It turns into water. That ice melts and it fertilizes the ground, preparing for the spring, which is things coming into fruition and sprouting. And then you have love, which is the lover's card. So this could represent something that is burning, a desire that you have, something in your heart. It doesn't have to be romantic. It's a desire for something that you love, something that gives you passion. Once summer comes, summer is when things have blossomed, where you see the growth of things. So there's a season and time and place for everything. And I feel like there's something that needs to be understood about this, even if these seasons are not literal seasons that, like, I'm waiting for my manifestations, it should have happened by now, or no, it's based off of where your energy is, where your harvest is, where your patience, where your tentfulness towards what you're pursuing, what you're trying to manifest, where you stand within that. And some of you, your greatest seed is you. It's not the external things that you're trying to manifest, or the lifestyle or the life that you're trying to manifest, or the things outside of yourself that you're trying to manifest. The greatest seed that you will ever nurture and that will ever grow is you. So how do you take care of you? Do you give yourself grace and patience that you're not always going to be bright and sunny and happy all of the time, or you don't always get it right sometimes, or you have to have patience with yourself, or things might feel stagnant where maybe they actually aren't. It's just a perception, right? Turning back to this mother nature energy, this divine mother energy within the self, is giving yourself the grace that maybe you wish you would have received from your own mother, right? How would you parent yourself, the child, the little you inside? Or if you had your own child, how would you parent them and love them? Maybe if you have children, you've been exercising this healing nature with them, being the mother or the parent that you've always wanted, or that you felt you deserved. Having compassion even for your mother. So if there's something about this that's, I feel like it's multi-layered. The animal totems that are standing out to me are canines, dogs, swans, bumblebees, and turtles. Maybe even seahorses. And I'm getting something with snails, or yes, snails. So there's something about timing. You don't want to rush yourself and put yourself in an energy or position before it's time. Like, if you're naturally in a state where the spirit knows when we're ready for something that we've asked for vibrationally. It's not so much about perfection of being like this perfect robotic human being, but it's about being in the right vibration and energy. So I feel like spirit wants you to focus on your visualizations right now, you know? And with this, I feel like there's growth. There's a step to this. This is why spirit is saying this. They want you to be here, present, here in the now. Mother Nature, working through this mothering energy, this nurturing energy, this understanding divine order and timing and divine seasons in your life, right? Eliminating this energy of arrogance, or this energy of feeling like pushing past this arrogant energy and pressure that has been placed on you, maybe by a mother figure. This energy is very flamboyant, very showy. So it's like you don't have anything to prove to anybody but yourself. Prove it to yourself that what you desire is something that you deserve. It doesn't matter what other people think, or if people see you as a failure or see you as successful. How do you feel about yourself? because you're breaking the mold. You're breaking this off, or you're starting to take off the layers of I need to prove myself. So let's say that these pearls on this woman's neck are the layers of seeking acceptance and validation from others, and you're slowly taking those layers off of yourself. There's a pride and arrogance around listening as well. Not for everybody, but I do have to say, I have to call it as it is. Some of you have this pridefulness that you don't hear things. You let's say it's like a stubbornness and a prideful energy where something goes in one ear out the other if it does not cater to something that you want. This energy is very stubborn. I keep staring at it. It's like it's competing with the mother nature energy. Like I'm shifting back and forth between these two main cards. This energy is stubborn as fuck. Um, Much like someone's mother could be very stubborn and very prideful. Things go in one ear after the other. Sometimes, and I also feel like this could be a message for some of you as well. If you try to reason with certain people and they just don't listen, it's because they genuinely don't want to. And I feel like it's kind of an energy block too with some people where they genuinely don't hear what the fuck you're saying because they're not on the vibration to hear it. You know, there's this vibration wheel that explains this way more better than I could ever explain it. But if you look at that vibrational, it's not really a wheel. It looks like a cone almost. It's kind of shaped like a cone. And if you look at that cone, and I think I posted it before on my channel on here. It was kind of like it showed certain levels of vibration. One of those levels of vibration were like the lower stuff, and some of the energies were very weird. Like you would never think that. Um, I don't remember what it was. It was like anger, or it was something like or survival, or something. It's like something that you wouldn't think is that low vibrational, but it was. It was weird, and it was like a bridge between one energy into another. I think it was survival. I could be wrong. I think it was survival. Anyway, it was like right between like a high vibrational energy versus a not. Um, I don't know how to explain it, but it like some people, it's kind of like you can't reach them. It's like a glass ceiling. Like a person could be at one level of energy, and you're thinking that, oh, this is common sense. This person, they see what they're doing. They know that what they're doing is wrong, or they need to work on this, or you try to explain to them like, mom, sorry about that. I don't know why it's the connection. Um, so yeah, I feel like if you try to explain certain things to certain people, they're not at a certain vibration to hear what you have to say, and it's not registered. And um it's not because there's something that you're doing wrong or that you're saying and they don't get it. Like some people just don't have the capacity to receive certain things. So I wouldn't get hung up on that, because some of you guys do have a mother figure around you, if not your own mother, that has this energy. You guys do need to forgive her, and I know that that might be a stretch for some people to forgive others that have hurt them, but you have to do this to set your own spirit free. By If you really look at people, and this is an excuse because we all have a choice. Like we've all been hurt before. We've all gone through traumatic experiences of some sort, right? We've all been hurt. We've been rejected. We've been abandoned or something. If not by a parent, then someone we love, classmates, whatever. We've gone through things. Everyone goes through something in life. So to use as an excuse to why you hurt other people, or why it's okay for other people to hurt you, it's not good enough. We all have a choice whether we want to heal, whether we want to move past that and to live a healthier, happier life, and not allow people to dictate our emotions and our reality anymore. Especially if we were children and we didn't know any better, or we didn't know how to stand up for ourselves. As an adult, you get to speak up for yourself, or you get to change the narrative of your life by choosing not to play victim. That is a choice. Some people like to play victim. It's easy to do that because you don't have to take accountability for yourself. You don't have to look at yourself. You don't have to work on yourself. It's you just want to stay in this funk, even if you know that funk doesn't feel good. So that's why people tear other people down instead. It's like it's easier to pull everybody. Misery loves company. It does. It's a vibration. It's an energy. So if you look at certain people that have hurt you, purposely or unknown, most likely there's something going on with them or has happened to them. And again, no excuses for that. You just see it for what it is. It's their choice how they choose to live their life, whether they want to heal or do better and do better for others around them, that's up to them. But as far as you're concerned, you can only control your own life, right? So free yourself of that. And once you work through this energy, I feel like your visions are more clear, they're more precise of what you want leading ahead, rather than saying, I want to manifest this now, 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 or I want this type of situation now, now, now. And you may not be in the right energy to maintain that thing in a healthy way, or what you're looking at is coming from a place of lack. I want this now, or I need it to go like this and this and like that. Probably not something that's in divine alignment. It's not healthy for you. Okay. So I also feel like right now your spiritual team is like asking you, how adaptable are you to the seasons that you go through? Because that matters. I feel like that shows improvement in some way. If you can surpass this, whatever this block is, this arrogant, I don't know what this is, but this shit keeps popping up, child. I don't know what this is, but it's very stubborn. I keep looking at this card, you know. Um, wow, I just heard Prince Diamond and Pearls. That's probably one of my favorite Prince songs. But anyway, this next to Adore, and I Would Die for You, and what's the other word? I can hear it in my head. The Beautiful Ones. The Beautiful Ones is probably one of my favorite Prince songs off top. But anyway, I heard Diamonds and Pearls by Prince. And so, but the part that stood out to me was, all I can do is offer you my love. So somebody might want something like asking for all these things in vain, right? And I don't know why I keep getting like, some of you, your mother was maybe very superficial or didn't understand the concept of healthy love and healthy relationships, didn't know how to love healthy, um, in a healthy way, or to love unconditionally. Is like, what you can do for me. If I gave you diamonds and pearls, would you be a happy boy or a girl, right? Like, if I gave you all these material things, like, would you be satisfied with that? Because realistically, all I can really do is give you my love, give you my heart. And if you grew up under that pressure of performing, oh my God, I can't talk, performing for love and attention and validation from people, and it starts off in the home. The heart is the home. So if it's not the mother that's your first heart, your first love, it was definitely something within the home. That's what I'm getting. Where you had to feel like you had to perform for that love, whereas all you can do is just show up as yourself and show up and be that love that you already are. But if you feel like something outside of yourself makes you lovable, you're gonna have to strip yourself of that lie. You're gonna have to strip yourself of that. Okay, work with Mama Goddess, Divine Feminine energy, Mama Gaia energy, or some sort of mother energy that you resonate with. Okay, let's get your advice card, pile number one, and then we're going to move on to pile number two. If there's any further guidance or reflective messages for you guys, pile number one. I'm hearing come back to center. The moon, number four. So it says, what if the strangeness, is actually your brilliance? All right, let's read this. I want to read more in detail because I love this deck a lot. It's one of my babies. All right, so the keywords are duality, the hidden gem, light and darkness, secret power, 444. The affirmation is, I am discovering magic treasure hidden within me. I am discovering magic treasure hidden within me. I am discovering magic treasure hidden within me. Okay. Within self, not outside of self, inside of self, right? So it says there's something about yourself or your life that you have been judging harshly, a characteristic, a perceived flaw, personality type, or a secret interest that has become an insecurity. Perhaps something that makes you different, something you believe to be a negative in your life. Maybe this thing has caused others to have a negative opinion of you. This has caused you to want to hide or dismiss it. The universe is asking you to reconsider and question this narrative. There is a gem that needs your recognition to shine. Will you polish it, letting it unleash its powers? It has so much to offer and teach you. This weakness you have could actually be your strength. What if it can lead you to a huge awakening? What if this trait that seemingly hinders you actually helps you in much more profound ways? What if you could learn to embrace, accept, and love it instead? Only then can you be fully realized and empowered by it. Often your gifts may be disguised as trash. We may see our blessings as curses, even though they have so much magic to give us and others. There is a duality to everything. Okay. So, yeah, go within yourself and ask the things about you that you find to be quirky or difficult. How can they be a blessing? Or how are they a blessing to you and to others? And really go within. You're going to have to really break through something to get there, because, like, it's easy to be like, well, I'm clumsy and all it's ever done is make a mess of my life. And instead of harping on the mess that it's made in your life, it's, is it going to teach you how to be more organized or to be more maybe more graceful, maybe not clumsy in like a physical sense, but where you feel like you make a mess of life, like you always fuck up, you're always messing something up. Instead of looking at it like that, it's like, how can I be more attuned to myself, more centered? Maybe I need to ground my energy. How can I be more, again, graceful with life, more in tune with myself, more intentional about my actions, my words, my decisions, my choices, right? More so come from that positive place and find the gem in that. If there's something that you feel like the world doesn't have, and you feel like if I, share that with others, they're going to shun it out, they're going to block it out, or they're going to shame me, or it's not going to be accepted. Instead of looking at it as a thing of, wow, like this thing that I have to offer the world, no one else has this or does this, or maybe they do and they're just as scared as I am. So let me be that person that's bold enough to share, or to be that where I feel like it's weird or people are not going to accept it. Like, let me be that open door to do that. So I hope that made sense. I'm sending much love to you, pile number one. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this reading blessed you and it was helpful. Oh, and then look, at the top of the deck, you had self-expression. So yeah, this is about you bursting through this authenticity, okay? And this would be, actually, this wasn't a 2. It's actually 11. I think this is the Page of Cups in this deck, the 11. And then the 11 of self-expression is the Page of Wands. So that is a message to you from your spiritual team, to don't be afraid to create, to imagine, to think outside of the box, to see your vision clear when you're not blocking it with so much expectations and trying to live up to some sort of status quo, or to seek validation from others. Seek validation from yourself first, right? All right, so pile number one, that was your reading. Let's go ahead and move on to pile number two. So that was the Sacred She Tarot, in case anyone was interested in that deck. All right, so let's move on to pile number two. All right. Power of 3 and 4. You got 3444 as your timestamp, pile number two. So if you guys are drawn to the Earth Woman Tarot, greetings. Okay. Some of you guys could be feminine earth signs, Taurus, Virgos, or Capricorns out there, hence why maybe you're drawn to this, or someone that is very in tune with nature. All right. Let's see. Holy Spirit, divine source, God, universe. What is it? I already got it. All right. So we have 3 cards. Let's pull one more. What are they not seeing that they need to see? Knight of Swords. Okay. So you have 7 of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the 9 of Cups with the Knight of Swords. All right. So pile 2. What are you not seeing that you need to see? See the pile. Let's see. Bottom of the deck is the 4 of Pentacles. Top of the deck is the 10 of Cups. Such a pretty card. Look at that. It's beautiful. Gorgeous. All right, now let's see what you got going on. Pile number 2. I feel like you guys see your progress. You guys could be so engulfed in like working on something, whether it's yourself and or just other things in your life that you're tending to, or like day-to-day responsibilities. So much so you don't see the progression. It's interesting. Um, I feel like you guys kind of either you downplay or you just literally don't see. Obviously, that's what we're talking about, what you don't see about yourself, or see about what you don't see that the universe wants you to see or needs you to see, is that you see yourself in this regard, this high regard that I feel like you don't see. It's like, but I feel like it's a beautiful thing at the same time, because there's this a little bit of humbleness of not being arrogant, but at the same time, you you need to give yourself more credit though at the same time. Hey Daisy, how are you? What you don't see about yourself, I feel like is really what the universe wants you to see that you don't see. It's something about yourself, and it's beautiful things. You guys could be really hands-on. Could be a herbalist, okay, some sort of medicine woman or man, a kitchen witch. You work well with like the earth elements, like plants and maybe herbs and things like that. Mushrooms, maybe in particular. Some of you guys, um, I don't know, there could be something with mushrooms, shrooms. I don't know. I'm not promoting nor am I, diminishing it, but that's what I'm seeing, something with that. Some of you guys may want to model, or you are modeling. This picture reminds me of that Doja Cat music video with her in the weekend. And it had like some Egyptian symbols in it. So some of you guys could be a Libra, you also could be a Taurus. Spiritually, I feel like you guys are very, very wise, or very gifted, or wiser than you give yourself credit for. Some of you guys might be like feeling maybe you want to teach something about herbs, specifically mushrooms. Something with mushrooms, or like maybe manifesting with something, or like meditation, working with the moon, transformation, spiritual transformation with herbs, or with, let's say, like mushroom teas or something. I don't know. It's something with that in the moon, transformation, some sort of spiritual elixir. I can never say this word right, but some sort of liquid, like a tea or water that's infused with like healing properties and energies, or spiritual intentions. So you guys might want to get into something like that, or you're studying for that, or spirit is encouraging you to study about this more, maybe a professional institution. But it's something like spirit is saying, like, you hold yourself back a lot. Um, you might need to guard something here, protect something that either you're cultivating, you're working on. Some of you guys may feel like you don't have the means. Some of you, if you have services, You love mushrooms? Some of you guys may have like services that you guys offer. It could be like meditations. You guys could maybe make like spiritual herbs or teas, maybe even baths or something. And maybe you're selling your stuff at a like very low price. Um, Let me see, because you have the Four of Pentacles. You guys, you guys can succeed and be successful with what you want. It's something that you're trying to manifest. Like some of you guys are able to see the vision very clear, whether it's because, like, let's say you can tap into the spirit realm very easily. You can tap in very flawlessly, very easily, I'm hearing. And maybe you have a very high imagination when you're in the state, or you could see, and like you have this high faith. So it's like something that you can manifest. This Ten of Cups doesn't have to be about a romantic situation or relationship. It could be some sort of wish fulfillment completely, because you have the Nine of Cups. So it's like you have the ability to complete something that you're trying to manifest. You guys could be very powerful at manifesting. Maybe you want to teach others how to manifest. Maybe you want to help people with their dreams, or helping them to decode their dreams, to interpret their dreams through some sort of herb. I'm telling you, I don't know. I keep looking at this card. This Nine of Cups card stands out of the rest. Like I'm like stuck and honed in on it. So I feel this has something to do with not mushrooms, some type of maybe hallucinogenic tea for spiritual practices. Tread lightly with this, because I feel like with these type of spiritual practices, you do need to be initiated well. Um, your intentions need to be good, well studied in this, you know. Um, but for some reason, I feel like you want to help people. It's like this real mysticism, very spiritual. I'm getting like fairy witch type vibe, where but not like from that standpoint where it's like very kiddish and childish and like superficial and the aesthetic of that, but more so like the real essence, like really tapped into nature and the elements, and um comfortable with tapping into other realms. Like some people might not be able to mentally nor emotionally handle these certain states of mind. um That's dope, Daisy. Yeah, these high states of mind sometimes could be take people out of their mind or into like maybe a spiritual psychosis, maybe. So it's like for you, not everybody's able to handle a certain level of tapping into these spaces that maybe you do. So maybe you're able to teach people how to do this. So I don't know. I feel there is something about patience. I don't feel like there's anything that needs to be rushed, but you're well equipped more so than you think that you are. It's like you might be a little bit hesitant or a little bit scared, or you're just very humble, like because you do it naturally. You know how some people, they just know how to do something naturally to where they don't even know how good they are or just how unnatural they are at something. And others are like, "Oh my God, how'd you do that?" And you're just like, "It's not that hard, or it's not that deep, you know." But it's because it's something that you just, it's a natural thing. It just comes to you. So you don't always see it for what it is, but you do have some sort of power and ability that's very strong to manifest and to help others transform and go into these high states of creativity, connectivity with the universe. Yeah, it's like you have this student teacher vibe about you, but I feel like you more so see yourself as a student or as someone that just does this shit just because like that's just what you do and you don't think too much of it. But it's to the point where yeah, you have the ability to help others, or if not like teaching like a big platform or small, like it could just be people that you come across day to day that you impart wisdom and just like share something with them or experiences. Okay. Yeah. So your message was pretty straight to the point. Okay, pile two. Um, yeah. I feel like something could be lucrative, like financially, you could do well financially, or this is something, one of the means of where you can make money, but again, like it has to come from the heart, which I feel like it does for you. You know, do these things responsibly, of course. If anybody is like thinking about some sort of like, I'm hearing magic mushrooms, like make sure you do your research on it and be safe with that. You know what I'm saying? Like make sure you're in the right energy, the right mindset, right intentions are set. And along with other things, definitely seek out someone that is a professional about these things, experience. And if this is you, then, you know, make sure that you well inform others. The advice for pile number 2. Any further guidance or advice? Any other messages that they may not be seeing? Okay. So you have the fairy. That's very, very, very suiting, very much fitting. Yes. So it says, darling, don't you remember you're a badass? Keep winging it. Number 31. So let's read the meaning of this card. I'm surprised the magic mushroom card didn't come out because we just talk about mushrooms, child. Yeah, but they do have a mushroom card in this deck. But yeah, we did pick up on some fairy vibes a little bit here. So the keywords are blessings, the Midas touch, flow, magical energy. The affirmation is everything I touch turns to gold. My energy attracts magic. Everything I touch turns to gold. My energy attracts magic. Everything I touch turns to gold. My energy attracts magic. Okay. Divine blessings, fairy dust, flow state, magic, special powers. While frolicking the forest and flying amid the mushrooms, a fairy has appeared to you. A most positive omen as they only reveal themselves to a rare kind of person. A person who also has a magical energy or will soon be sprinkled and blessed with some. One who has gifted magic mushrooms that hold special powers from deep within the forest. There's something with mushrooms, y'all. I'm telling you. I can't escape that. I can't. It keeps coming up. Anyway, it says, who receives love that returns home with it? Fairies live with an effortless energy, personify the raw beauty of nature. They are nature spirits and the human form manifested into one. An ultimate masterpiece. They are tricksters of the forest as they can vanish at will and are of a fickle nature. You don't want to mess with them, cut down their trees, or destroy their homes. In folklore, it is said that many have paid the penalty for doing so. Drawing the fairy card is a positive omen that blessings are near. Trust that you are wildly magical and capable of doing whatever your soul is calling you to do. You are endowed with special powers and the Midas touch. Everything you touch will turn to gold. A period of grace, flow, magic, and opportunity is here or will soon be. This card can also be a reminder to trust your divine instincts more. Stop thinking and trying to plan so much. Doing so consumes precious energy. Overanalyzing can simply end up wasting time. Keep winging it as the fairy does. Let loose and act freely. You have been given grace at this time. All right. Yep. All right. So, wow. As soon as I reshuffled the deck, stay open to the good and beautiful things with the magic mushrooms, miracles, fairies, energy opening up. That's funny. All right, y'all. Y'all magical fairy asses. Pile 2. This is y'all reading. I hope that it resonated. If you guys enjoyed this, feel free to like this video, share it with someone you feel like may also resonate with it. You know, pass the message along. If you resonate, you guys want to see more of these readings, let me know. Show some love. Okay. And I would gladly do it for you. All right. So that was your reading. Let's go ahead and move on to pile number 3. Yes. Take care of that energy, Daisy. All right, pile 3. If you guys are drawn to the African tarot, shout out to you guys. This is your reading, okay? So let's tap in and see what the divine universal energies want you to see that you don't see. Let's tap in. Pile to read. I just don't feel like they're going to be playing games with y'all, whatever this message is. I gotta close that window because some trucks is loud. Yeah, they're not playing, okay? Five of Wands, when I see this is like a group of ancestors that don't play, okay? Let's see. Four Swords, Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. Sorry, it's a 10. My bad. Bottom of the deck, as you know, is the Five of Wands. Top of the deck is the King of Pentacles. Okay. You guys are very protected. Your angels, your divine team, your ancestors, very protective over you. They don't play no games about you. They don't play around. They don't fuck around. Okay. You have very powerful women around you, or if not presently in your life, which I wouldn't doubt they're present in your life, but they're also surrounding you spiritually. Very protective feminine energies. They don't have to be blood to you. They're just people that are divinely connected to you and you to them. They got your back, okay? There's something very blessed, like Spirit is saying, the blessing is here, the beauty is here, and you don't see it, you don't feel it, you don't know it. You may feel like, oh, I still have to heal this and I still have to heal that, and but your spiritual team is like, nah, like, no, you're done with that, or you're at a place of better peace than ever. You've matured emotionally, spiritually, and you don't see it. I feel like, and it's funny, I just had this conversation with one of my good sisters last night. She was saying that sometimes, like, when you ask for something, like you ask for peace in your life, you ask for happiness and joy, stability that you never had, and when it comes, it's like okay, what's going on? Like, it feels like kind of boring at first because you're used to chaos, right? You're used to things being unstable sometimes, or things being out of order, or you never having that peace to yourself. It's like you always have to fight, or you feel like you always have to survive and push and hustle. And then when you get to that place of just calm, it's like, what the fuck is going on? This is boring. There's not a lot of people hitting me up. There's not a lot of drama, gossip going on, people in and out of my life. Like, what's going on? So it's kind of that coming into understanding and maintaining that level of peace sometimes, especially when you cleanse. It's almost like you don't see it. You don't know how much you've actually grown until others maybe, see it in you sometimes. I don't feel like spirit is, if you feel like you're by yourself right now, or you feel, yeah, like alone, like a loner, or feel like things are kind of just boring in your life, I get a lot of protection around you. Like your spiritual team, like I said, they don't play. They're like, we don't want anybody coming into your space, like trying to invade what you got going on. And you need this time to yourself, or you've needed time to yourself to be present and to just be. And I feel like spirit is giving you the spirit of peace and calm, serenity. Like, enjoy. Some of you guys need some water therapy in your life, just to be in water, to sit with water, sit by it, take a bath and just be present, or a pool if you have a pool, or you can have access to a pool, just to relax, just be, maybe sip some wine or something, have a little drink, like, be present. Hey, I'm hearing, like, metaphorically, drink water. Yes, always drink water, drink lots of it, but I'm getting the metaphor of restoring yourself. You are, it's kind of like, I don't know, I'm getting like the Four Swords was like this on acupuncture. I can never say it. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I can never pronounce this word right for the life of me. But I feel like that extraction of stress out of your body, spiritually speaking, you're going to need to restore and pour back into yourself. Like, as you extract, pour into yourself, pour the good things into yourself. Um, I feel like intuitively you sense, some of you guys, you don't trust your intuition as much as you should. I feel like, matter of fact, you guys have a very strong intuition, very strong. You're very connected with spirit. Some of you guys sense new energies, new beginnings coming in. You just don't know how to articulate that on a practical, physical level, maybe. Yeah, blessings are here, and it may not seem like it because due to the circumstances, or we have specific expectations of how maybe a wish should look like, or how it should be fulfilled, or what life will be like once it comes. But it's like maybe the energy of the essence first, and then the physical energy after. Does that make sense? If you feel led to do any type of clearing with water, make sure that you have your head covered while you do it. Any spiritual work that you do, like cover your head, cleanse yourself. If you're doing a cleansing work, then you don't have to worry about it. But if you're doing some sort of protective work or banishing, make sure that you cleanse your energy before and after you do it, and have your head covered and wrapped, because that's what I'm seeing here. Because you guys are also spiritual practitioners. I see that very clearly. All these cups, for some reason, I'm getting spiritual. Like you're very hands on. And there's something about cleansing that I'm seeing. Like you've arrived at a good place that you don't even know that, or see it. You can kind of sense it in a way. Maybe you just don't know how to put it all together, how to, align it. But you've been protected while you've been healing and clearing. Like spirit got you. Like spirit's not gonna, because sometimes I feel like um it can be misconstrued sometimes. Like when you're doing spiritual work, you feel like you need to always have to protect yourself over time. And especially, yeah, you do at times, especially when you're doing clearing work, banishing work, or cutting cords, cutting ties. But your spiritual team is like, we just need you to do the work. Don't worry about all the external stuff. We're protecting you. You might feel like, oh, because I'm doing healing work, I'm vulnerable. I'm in a vulnerable state. I'm in a state where I can be fucked with or messed with. Um, I could be messed with, or I could be attacked because I'm doing this work. No, your spiritual team is like, we're not going to allow that. You have a heavy protection around you. So it's like you can do it. You can afford to relax. You can afford to just be present and sit with yourself. You don't have to worry about fighting. They got that. Like, we got this on lock. Like, we know. Okay. Some of your ancestors from the past may have not always had it like that. They may have had to grind and hustle to survive and do some things that they didn't want to do, or kiss ass when they didn't want to survive, to be afforded certain privileges in society. They had to do what they had to do for their family. But make no mistake, when they needed to defend or protect something, they did. They didn't give a fuck. And that might have cost them their life. That might have cost them their privileges, their freedom of some sort. But make no mistake, they don't mind getting grimy if they have to protect and defend theirs. And I feel like that's the not to say that you shouldn't defend or protect yourself, but it's the knowing of, I don't have to always fight my battles. I'm divinely protected. I got this. And if you believe that you're divinely protected, you know that if you come in good energy, good faith, good intentions, that anything negative will bounce off of you automatically. You're good. If you're moving with wise intentions and not putting yourself in harm's way and danger off of your free will, you're good. Um, to know that you're divinely protected on the other side is to know that divine source energy protects you, your spiritual team protects you, your ancestors protect you, especially if they are warrior spirits by nature. That's almost like their assignment on the other side is like that same energy to protect and defend theirs. And you ain't got nothing to worry about. So let's get your advice card or close this out. 44, I'm seeing 44, 64, 84, 54, 74. I don't know why I'm seeing those specifically. 47 maybe even as well. I'm saying those numbers. Maybe add those up to one single digit. 22, 5, 9, 4s, 10s, 1s, All right. Thank you, Divine Spirit. What is the message or advice for pile number 3? Come on. Pile number 3. Hummingbirds could be relevant as well. Hummingbirds also can denote new beginnings and renewal. You have goddess of the sea. Yeah, y'all need to work with water. Maybe some type of divine feminine or goddess energy that rules in the water as mermaid energies. You have 34. Interesting. It's time to come home. All right, let's read this message. I've read this before. And I actually like this card. So the keywords are abundance, purification, ego, and treasures. The affirmation is, I am coming home to where my soul calls me. I am coming home to where my soul calls me. I am coming home to where my soul calls me. The fisherman has been on a long and challenging journey. He has been casting his net for fish, but the fish do not come. His soul is starving and he longs for more. Suddenly he sees a shining light in the distance, a soft purple glow that he decides to follow. He is led to the goddess of the sea, her ruling element being the forces and symbology of water. Her purpose is to help us remember where the real treasures are, so she can show you what it is you need and not just what you want. And if you are willing to know, she can show you what is soul versus ego. She takes you beyond your false needs and false self. She shows you a world of true spiritual abundance. The fisherman symbolizes the ego and its endless desires and hunger for more. Yet, he is searching in the wrong places and it's never enough. He plunders the sea for more and he has never felt less, small, insignificant, empty. Even though an abundant sea lies beneath him and all around him, the goddess of the sea dissolves everything that is not true or rooted in soul. This can be painful, as we all have vices. She is powerful and represents the endless abundance of water, its purification power, and the cleansing it can bring. Yes, you gotta love it. In alignment. This message is in alignment with y'all, okay? Pulling this card is an affirmation of her awakening within you. You're starting to notice more of what is not true. You're realizing more often when you are casting a net for false treasure. The things that used to sparkle have become dull and undesirable. You feel called to what is real for you. You're becoming less and less like the fisherman. This card can also be a sign to watch extra closely where you are fishing. The sea goddess calls you near and has much to show you. You are so close to her. It is time to come now. Release your net. You don't need it much longer. All right, now, pile 3, that was your reading. I hope this resonated with you. If you like this reading, go ahead and give it a like, show some love to the channel. I would greatly appreciate that. If you guys like to see more of this type of content, let me know, show some love. That will let me know to pursue further. That will encourage me more. I appreciate it. Okay? So y'all take care of yourselves. I will catch you guys in the next one. Until next time, much love